Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to 88 Mile Per Hour Adventures. My name is James, and you have found your way to episode number 2 of Cruise News. It is my new video series that I'm doing on the channel where every other day I go over cruise news related to the cruise industry, everything great and amazing that has to do with cruising, weird stories, news stories, all that good stuff. This is episode number 2 in that series. The first episode I posted a couple days ago, Cruise News episode number 1. If you didn't happen to see that video, and judging by the numbers on it, you haven't, I'm going to leave a card up here where you can check that one out as well. There was definitely some interesting stories that went on with that one. But for today, we've got a couple stories. One of them is a very cool development with Royal Caribbean, and unfortunately one is more somber news. So let's go ahead and get into these cruise news stories. All right, everybody, thanks for checking out the channel. If you're new here, and you probably are because I don't have that many subscribers, think about hitting that like and subscribe button. Like I said, these cruise news videos I put out every other day on various cruise news related topics, and the opposite day I do theme park news. So cruise, then theme park, cruise, then theme park. And then my various other adventures where we go out, me and my girlfriend Tiffany go out and explore and do cool stuff, cruises, theme parks, anything fun here in the Florida area because we're from Florida. All that will be on the channel, so make sure you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you can check out all of our amazing adventures and get all this news and glorious news information. And of course, leave me a comment down below because YouTube wants you to, so that's just a good reason. All right, let's get into the news. All right, so the first news story is coming from Royal Caribbean. They're not their newest ship that has it released, but the ship after that they've got some information on, and that is going to be Utopia of the Seas. Utopia of the Seas. We've got some information regarding that one. That one was announced by Royal Caribbean that it will be sailing out of Port Canaveral, Florida. Port Canaveral is going to be getting Utopia of the Seas because we're greedy in Florida and we just want all the cool cruise ships to leave from Florida. So we're taking Utopia of the Seas as well. It's going to be based out of Port Canaveral. It's going to debut next July 2024. That's my birthday month. Maybe I'll be checking out that cruise. Who knows? But that is going to be debuting next year from the old Port Canaveral port. I do have some specs that Royal Caribbean released on Utopia of the Seas. It is going to be shorter itineraries, they say, so I guess they're not going to be doing, at least not right out of the chute. They're not going to be doing the big week-long cruises. It's going to be, I guess, a lot of 3 and 4 night sailings that are going to the Bahamas. Not sure if that's something I would really be too interested in. There's usually like party cruises, and with a large number of people on one, that definitely could be interesting, but we'll see. So yeah, it's going to be mainly 3 and 4 nights at least right out of the get-go to the Bahamas. I know Royal Caribbean is going to be building their new little resort there in Nassau, so that's probably has something to do with it. But some of the specs on this guy, or this lady, Utopia of the Seas, we're looking at 5,700 passenger capacity on this one. So that's a lot of people. Hope you like people. It's going to have 18 public decks. It is going to have 21 dining menus, so you will not be going hungry on Utopia of the Seas. 5 pools, 23 bars, so you can totally get your drink on. 2 casinos, and a partridge and a pear tree. No, it's not going to have that. Who knows? It might. I mean, with these Royal Caribbean ships, you never know. They do have plant life on there, so maybe. But yeah, definitely going to be one of those, it's the same as the others. Going to be like the Icon that's coming out, one of these super ships, where it probably takes you about 30 minutes to walk from one side to the other. So yeah, that's going to be, like I said, debuting out of Port Canaveral is where that's going to be based out of, at least from the the get-go. Obviously, they reposition all the time. But from the chute, it's going to be out of Port Canaveral, and that will be coming in July 2024 of next year. So if you want to check that one out, obviously I don't believe they've done any bookings for that yet, but once they announce that, I will of course put that in future videos. So yeah. All right, and the other story we're focusing on today is definitely more of a somber one. Obviously, everybody knows of the Titanic and the tragedy of the Titanic sinking, and unfortunately, more tragedy appears to be heading that way in the near future here, unless some miracle, I guess, happens. There is a Titanic submersible that a company called Ocean Gate Expeditions has been running. You may have seen this on the news. where they take explorers down and you can view the Titanic wreckage. Unfortunately, once that the submersible left what they were calling the mothership, basically the main ship, a couple hours into the expedition, it lost contact with them, and they have not been able to contact them since. So the Coast Guard is involved in that one. They lost, like I said, lost contact 2 hours in. There are 5 people that were listed as on board. There's a billionaire and his son. The CEO of the company is the 3rd person, and then there is a French explorer also on board on that one. Not too sure who the 5th person is on that, but definitely a tragic story. Hopefully they'll be able to find them. From the latest news story that I saw right before recording this, the Coast Guard mentioned that they have approximately about 40 hours worth of oxygen left in that. So if they can't find them within the next less than 2 days, that's going to definitely be an issue. I don't know if it's something where they are having some kind of mechanical failure. Obviously, if you're that far down, you can't just get out and swim up to the top. You basically would be crushed probably, or, you know, just that the depth of those waters, you have to be in something. So hopefully this is something that the Coast Guard can not only find them. I guess it's probably a situation where not only do they have to find them, but they then have to have the ability to go and rescue them. That's definitely a deep depth. Not every ship can just, or anything can just get down there that deep. So hopefully that's a situation where not only do they find them, but they actually have the equipment necessary to be able to rescue those 5 people. We can only hope on that one. Like I said, within 40 hours is going to be the oxygen that's left on that one. So hopefully we end up with a happy ending on that, but we will. I'll keep you updated on that once I hear any new information. All right, everybody. Hate to end it on a somber note like that. This is episode number 2. Like I said, this is going to be an every other day thing where I'm going over cruise news, and then theme park news will be tomorrow. And then, like I said, they obviously alternate. So yeah, definitely going to be something that I keep going with. So if you're interested in cruise news and or theme park news, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will keep you up to date on all the latest in the cruising news industry, cruising industry. I don't know, some words about cruising. I don't know. It's getting a little late for me, and yeah, I think it might be time to wrap this one up. So thanks guys for watching. Thanks for helping out the channel, helping grow this channel, and I will see you all in the next video.